Hey y'all, I'm back for another segment on fasting and prayer. And I was just trying to figure out how to set this one up, and I'm just going to go with it because I really don't have a rhyme or a reason, okay? So, well, I do, but I don't know how to really put it in perspective. So I'm just going to go with this. I'm going to start reading Esther chapter 4, and I'm going to start with verse 16. Okay, Esther 4 verse 16. Just work with me. I'm gonna jump around a little bit here. Okay, so it says, no, I'm gonna start with verse 15. Then Esther told them to reply to Mordecai, go gather all the Jews who are present in Shushan and fast for me, neither eat nor drink for 3 days, night or day. My maids and I will fast likewise. I will also go to the king, which is against the law. And if I perish, I perish. So Mordecai went his way and did according to all that Esther commanded him. Now it happened on the third day that Esther put on her royal robes and stood in the inner court of the king's palace across from the king's house, while the king sat on his royal throne in the royal house facing the entrance of the house. So it was, when the king saw Queen Esther standing in the court, that she found favor in his sight. And the king held out his scepter in his hand, and he said, Then Esther went near and touched the top of his scepter. And the king said to her, what do you wish, Queen Esther? What is your request? It shall be given to you, up to half the kingdom. She fasted for 3 days, and the word said, and it happened on the third day. You're going to say, well, what happened? You got to go and read the story. I don't even know why I used to watch the soap operas. Why? I can't even tell you why. But if you go over to chapter 7, verse 10, it's going to tell you here. So they hang Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then the king's wrath was subsided. You got to go read the story to understand this entire situation. This is, you ever heard the passage, you dig one ditch, you better dig two? That was this situation here. But I need to get back to where I'm supposed to be at, because this is just talking about how fasting will strengthen your prayer life. Fasting will strengthen your prayer life because things are going to become so much clearer. It's going to make your prayer life more stronger, more fervent, more earnest. Speaking of that, it was something I wanted to read here about being earnest with your prayers. Well, I'm going to go here. Combine prayer with scripture. Use fasting time to read and meditate on the Bible, letting God's words guide your prayers. Create a prayer list. Write down specific needs or areas where you seek God's intervention and commit them to prayer during your fast. Pray without ceasing. Throughout the day, use hunger pains as reminders to lift your heart to God's prayer. Let me tell y'all about these hunger pains, okay? It's real. It's real, because you will go through a period of time where you feel like, oh my gosh, I just need something. But this is where you're going to press and say, if I'm gonna fast from the time I get up if I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I say I'm not gonna eat until 1 o'clock, around 11:30 is when I start feeling those pangs. And I look at the clock and I'm like, I'm too close. I'll go read a scripture, or I'll go cut on a sermon, Or I'll get up and start clapping my hands and walking through the house and, just giving a shout out to God or something like that. I need something to get me through. And typically, worship is going to do it every time. You're going to feel those pangs where you feel like, oh my goodness, I just need something. Go have some water. Have some water. If you just feel like you just got to have something, have some water, and you just start praying in the spirit. It's going to subside. It's going to leave you. It may not leave immediately. Sometimes it will, but sometimes it'll try to progress. It'll try to bully you. It'll try to tell you, you better go in there and get a banana. You better go get an orange. You better get something to hold you over. But no, you gotta press. I'm kind of laughing because I've been in that situation and it's real, but you wanting something so from God that you say, you know what, I'm gonna give up that bologna and cheese sandwich. I'm just not gonna have it. I'm not gonna have it. No, I'm gonna put this to the side because I need my child saved. I need a door opportunity to open up on my job. I need this situation in my relationship to be rectified. I need restoration. How bad do you want it? You gotta just ask yourself the hard questions. How bad do you want it? Queen Esther wanted it so bad that she told her people to fast. And she says, me and my maids, we're gonna fast too. I'm just not asking you guys to fast. I'm going to fast as well. And she said, if I perish, I perish. Because back then, she wasn't supposed to go to the king. That was not allowed. But she said she was going to go. And what did the king say? You have found favor with me. And it happened on the third day. They fasted for 3 days. On the third day, she got her answer. She was able to go and prepare this entire banquet, Y'all gotta go read it. Y'all, this some juice. This is juicy. This is so juicy. Like I said, I don't even know why I used to watch the soap operas. I have no idea. And y'all, this just shows when we go before God with our hearts wide open and we are serious, He will open up the doors. He will open up the doors. If you need a miracle, I dare you to fast and pray. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Fast and pray. I put it out there. Put it out there. God will make a way. He will show you the way. He will show you the path. He's going to do it for you. I'm believing for you. I'm believing for you. I want this for you. That's why I'm going over this. I want this for you. I want this for me too. I want this for me too. It's time that we really trust the process. Trust the process. Get passionate about it. Don't be so complex. Don't make it harder than what it really is. Don't make it harder than what it is. Yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice. It's going to cost you something. There is nothing that's free, easy, that's just going to come to you. You got to put in the work. But if going through prayer and fasting, that's easy. You know, when I say that's easy, easier than trying to do other things. Go through the process. Go through the process. And see what happens on the other side. Start out with a 4-hour fast or 3-hour fast and then work your way up. Work your way up. If you can't start for 3 hours, start for an hour. For an hour, I'm just going to commit myself just strictly to God for a whole hour. A whole hour. Is that too much? 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. We got to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. Get into your scripture. Go out there and Google. It's so many different resources. Go to ChatGPT. It's so many resources. We don't have a reason that we shouldn't be doing this. We don't have a reason that we should not be doing this. You want to take your business to the next level? Get a closer relationship with God. You want to take your marriage to the next level? Get a closer relationship with God. You want to take your career to the next level? Get a closer relationship with God and watch it happen. Watch it happen. All right, guys. Until next time, continue to grow and glow in the Lord. Take care.